All right. Click accept. Accept this podcast as it's recording. It's another Monday here, episode 4. Today we've got AJ's soapbox. Arsenal lost the Premier League title. We'll get to hear
Whoa, whoa,
some.
whoa, whoa. The highlights of the week first there, buddy.
AJ,
Or,
I'm reading off what the episode's going to be.
oh,
He's defensive
Gosh,
already.
AJ's already getting defensive.
yeah,
It's been
because
a rough
you're the
couple of
only two
days.
people is gonna talk about it to me. So
Been a rough couple of days. All right. Today we have AJ's soapbox as Arsenal have lost the title to Man City again. We've got Game 7 recaps, Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals previews. Buckle up. Let's get into it. Start with highlights of the week. AJ, kick us off with your highlights of the week.
uh, you know what? My highlight of the week is that I bought a Cameron Brink jersey, and I
Why'd you
will
buy
proudly
Cam?
wear it.
Notice how he bought the Cameron Brate jersey before he's supposed to buy his obligated Kai Havertz jersey.
Yeah.
It's
Why
because
did
they
you
don't
buy
have
a
it in
Brink
stock. They have
jersey?
the Cam Brinks jersey in stock. It was like $40. So
All right. Well, I guess that's
When do you have a
AJ's
crush on
highlight.
Cameron Brink, bro?
no.
He's capping that.
All right. Well, Josh, what's your highlight of the week?
My highlight of the week is the T-Wolves beating the Nuggets in Game 7. That was just fun. It was a fun series. Great ending. Yeah, it was really good to watch. Really good watch.
Heck yeah. My highlight of the week. I mean, dude, I don't know what sports. Just say United finished the season on a 2-game win streak. That's all
You
That's
just
all I
said the
got for highlights.
Celtics.
I talk about
It
the
is,
Celtics aren't a highlight, man. They're just like this. This should be happening. It's not really a highlight. Now, if
this
we
notice
sweep
how
the
Chris says that every single time. It's just Celtics. I'm never worried. How fun. How much joy does he have?
Yeah. What a true
like,
fan.
hey man, look, you lose a game, it doesn't faze me, bro. We lose a game to the Cavs, it doesn't bother me at all. So, um, yeah, that's highlights of the week. Let's move on. Jump right in to the Premier League recap. All right, Manchester City have officially won the Premier League. Phil Foden scored a brace against West Ham, and Rodri with another Rodri strike, as it always was in the cards for Man City become the first. Can you stop laughing?
Oh, Josh.
Yeah, Josh is losing it already.
I can't
Man
even I
City,
can't even see him.
Man City become the first team to win back to back to back to back, so 4 time in a row Premier Leagues. Pep Guardiola came out after the game and said he's a lot closer to leaving than staying after his new contract. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Arsenal once again finishing second place. And I'm just gonna pass the baton to AJ. Maybe we'll get some raw emotion. Maybe we'll just get some whatevers. But we're gonna pass the baton.
You're
The
gonna
floor
get
is
more
yours.
whatevers than raw emotion.
The floor is
Uh,
yours.
it's the same story, dude. I don't know. It's whatever. I really am. Like, yeah, like I mean, you always gotta believe or whatever, but I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. It's just really frustrating when there's no results and there's so much progress, but like no, like not even like I would have taken like an FA or a energy drink, Mickey Mouse energy drink cup, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's at least something. That's like at least it's like something. It's just tough. It's gonna get tougher and tougher just to say next season
Yeah.
a little bit. Like, yeah, am I excited for next season? Yeah, of course. We look good. Like we're a good team. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that we're not. But so yeah, just lost in the same way. We lost to Villa, and it's when we lost the league. So there you go.
Well, let's pass the baton to our resident Chelsea fan, Arsenal hater. Joshua, how do you feel about this?
Okay. What am I talking about? Am I talking about Arsenal?
No, yeah, I just want to know how you feel
Yeah,
about Arsenal
sure.
losing the league
I
again.
feel great, bro. It feels awesome. Um, October 21st, 2023. If Arsenal had only beaten Chelsea instead of drawing, maybe they would have won the league. That's what feels good there,
I guess. Oh.
I guess. Honestly, I wouldn't really say I wouldn't say they bottled it because it's not like they like the game in hand was always there, so but also like games that they lost that they shouldn't have lost, you shouldn't lose to Fulham if you're trying to win the league. You
Yeah.
shouldn't lose to
West Ham at
West Ham.
home.
West Ham.
Yeah, what you
Shouldn't
won
Shouldn't
one
draw to
you
10-man
you shouldn't
Fulham
draw
at home.
yeah,
you
you won
shouldn't draw
one
to
game in
Liverpool.
December.
Drawing
Shouldn't
to
lose to
Liverpool's
Aston
fine.
Villa. Shouldn't
We
lose
shouldn't lose to
to
Aston Villa.
shouldn't lose to Newcastle. Shouldn't draw Chelsea. And October 21st, Chelsea, by the way.
That was the
Just
worst kind of Chelsea.
keep in mind that you drew. What is up with you guys struggling against Fulham this season, bro? You drew Fulham and you lost to Fulham this season.
Yeah, I know. I watched both games.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Don't really care. Feels great that they just their best season again equates to, as far as accomplishment goes, Chelsea and United and Arsenal are all equal levels apparently, because that's great that
No,
Arsenal
Chris
finished in
Chris has a
second
leg up.
place.
Wait till Saturday, man. He's gonna get his leg
That's
up.
even worse. That's even worse if they win it for you guys. Because who
No, I
cares if
know.
Arsenal finish second place and qualify for Europe if they choke out of it anyways? So, maybe
I wouldn't
the
say we
Conference
choked out
League,
of Champions
maybe
League
the
either.
Europa Conference League would be a better competition for Arsenal. Um, but yeah, if you guys
All right.
didn't think I was enjoying it, then you should have seen my story, bro.
Josh's Instagram story went wild on Sunday.
I opened my Instagram and I saw Kai Havertz crying, bro, and it made me smile. Oh man, that
All right,
sucks,
well,
honestly.
let's move on. Let's talk
Mhm.
Chelsea. Chelsea finished in Europe, officially confirmed in sixth place. How you
Mhm.
feeling about that, Josh, after a rough season?
It feels good. I want to apologize to Pochettino. I was I was going through the emotions, okay? I was going through the motions, and it's funny that I was so critical on him, which honestly he still deserves all the frustration. I think he deserves it. But it's
Mhm.
kind of funny because literally we witnessed AJ going through the same thing with Mikel. Not that I think Mikel is the best manager either. I think he's okay. But I mean, obviously things turned around for them pretty crazily. Um, Also, it just feels good. Like you start getting a healthy team, and all of a sudden you can start winning games. It's crazy how that works. Um, but it feels good. I think we ended on how
63
many
points.
games
Six,
did we win at the
63
end
Oh,
there?
points.
five or six
5 game win
unbeaten.
streak.
Yeah.
Five game
Yeah.
win streak. Should have been 6, to be honest. We kind of got robbed in that Villa game. But it's a great, as a fan, it's a great response after losing to Arsenal 5-0. So super awesome. I'm actually like I was actually excited watching our games. I mean, I've probably missed like less than a handful of games this season. Um, I watched all our games pretty much, even the rough ones. Watched the entire Arsenal defeat, and it's just kind of rewarding. It's a great way to end the season. Lots of sad like that was Silva's last game. He got his banner, he got his moment. Super awesome, wholesome moment there. Awesome Caicedo, his first goal was at the end of the season last game, and it was a freaking banger. So feels good for him. He deserves it. He's had an exceptional like run of form. Um, at the end of the back half of the season, it's just like you see like we're starting to click more. Definitely need to make a move or two. Get rid of some players, I think. Um, I think that if we can really nail this offseason, I don't think we need to go spend ridiculous money, but like let's just make a little tiny adjustments. Let the team keep building. Let Potts keep growing a relationship. And honestly, props to him because he was on the hot seat, and it was like that last 5 games he couldn't afford to lose a game there, and he didn't. So it feels nice. I'm happy with it. Considering that we were literally stuck on literally glued to 10th, 11th, 9th, and we just made a huge jump there. So this is what it is. This is what it is to rebuild. We should look back at that first pod for where we guessed like people would finish.
I had them
Didn't I have United like winning or something or
Yeah,
second
United
place?
second.
Yeah, I think you did.
United
You guys,
second.
I had United fourth, and I know I had
I
them
think
third
I think I had
because I
Chelsea
had
at
Liverpool
fifth.
fourth.
I think I had Chelsea at fifth.
You did. No, you
So
had
I
them
was
at
pretty.
fourth. You had them at fourth.
Well, regardless, it was a super hard season. Any Chelsea fans that are true Chelsea fans and have been going through it, I would say, congrats to you. You deserve it. Thank you. My wife is dropping me a food. Intermission there. I would say to the Chelsea fans that have been consistently watching, not giving up on the team, I kudos. It's been so dreadful, literally so painful. Literally the moment we got literally sanctioned from up to now. So I think we deserve to have some kind of just be able to end the season and not feel like, gosh, I hate my life. I think we have a lot to be proud of and a lot more work to be done. And yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, let's wrap this segment up real quick. Just the last game that's going to go on. Obviously, the Premier League season's over, but we have the FA Cup final on Saturday, Manchester United versus Manchester City. I just want to get your predictions real quick for that game. AJ, if you want to start with you.
Me, this is tough because like as much as like it doesn't matter if you guys win a trophy or not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd like you to beat City because City, you know. So, but like in my heart, I already know that Pep's just gonna want it. Like, no matter if they're hungover, like the photos that were shown
Yeah,
from yesterday, like probably like 2-0 City.
I'm with you. Josh, real quick. I know you're in
Yeah.
between bites here, but
Um,
I know you definitely don't want us to win because if we win, you get Conference League, we get Europa
yeah.
League.
It's just like a situational thing. I wouldn't really want City to win a trophy per se, but in this situation where like if you guys lose, then we would get Europa rather conference. I was already like talking to Chris. Either or, I'm excited and happy. Obviously, I'd rather us playing Europa just because it's more competitive, and I think it'd be good for the young guys on the team to experience that. Um, but also told Chris it would be cool because it's like it's a new trophy, and you can just add that to your cabinet and say, oh look, now we have all these trophies. But it's like whatever. It's a trophy. I couldn't tell you I've watched one Conference League game, so it's like who cares
Well,
really?
get used to it.
But as far as prediction goes, I don't see United beating them at all because they're just crazy good, and Phil Foden is crazy, and the whole team is insane. And our United, I don't know though. It's a
Sometimes they can
derby.
pull it. Sometimes they can pull it
I'll
out of
say it's a
their
derby, and you
butt.
never know.
Yeah.
And sometimes the only time you beat City in this league is when they're having an off day, and they could have an off day. Who knows?
One can hope. I'm just gonna go 2-1 to City.
Wasn't that the score last year?
I believe so. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, it was 2-1 last year. Good one in the first and the 51st. Bruno scored a goal in the 33rd. So, we'll see. I'm not. Obviously, we have to win this game to get into Europe. Because Newcastle beat Brentford 4-2 on the final day, so we couldn't better the result. So it sucks. This is our worst finish in placement wise ever. Since the year we got relegated, but we actually finished with more points than we did. Like we finished with 58 points like 4 years ago. Now we finished with 60. So I don't know, man. I don't think we win this game. We have to win this game for Europe, but I don't think even like AJ said, even a hungover Man City are still better than us. So, well, I guess we'll see Saturday 10 a.m. I will be watching, whether good or bad. So hope for the best.
I
And
think we'll all be watching. I'll be watching.
What time is
that's
that?
10 a.m.
7 a.m. 7 your time, 10 our
7
time.
a.m. for you. Yeah.
On what, Saturday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on ESPN Plus,
Maybe.
our favorite streaming
Maybe.
services.
Our favorite.
The
All
worst
right,
one ever. If you're watching this ESPN, please improve your fucking
true.
streaming service.
Amen to that. All right, we wrap up the Premier League for the season. We'll be back we have a lot more Premier League content. We have some more Premier League content in this episode. We have a lot more Premier League content over the summer. But we'll wrap up the season with that, and let's jump into the NBA playoffs. Josh, you're the lead NBA analyst. Take us through our
Okay.
game sevens.
You have that title?
So,
Yes, let me put lead NBA
I guess
analyst
so.
on his screen right now.
Okay.
Yeah, right here. All right.
Are you the Ernie Johnson?
I'm taking Iguodala.
Does that make
When a
you
man-
does that make you Charles Barkley, AJ?
When a man is
Yeah, I guess. I'll take being Chuck. I like Chuck.
Chuck is good. Yeah. Chris would be Ernie.
No, you be Ernie. You're the lead NBA guy. You
You're
talk
the
the whole
lead.
time.
Yeah, but you look more like
Would you be
Ernie.
Shaq?
That's because I'm white.
You look more like Ernie, and based on your father's genes, you might have his same hair soon.
True. All right, take us through.
All right. So, let's start with boring and go to more exciting. The Pacers are victorious over the Knickerbockers. Kind of brutal ending for the Knicks. I think they're the better team, but at the end of the day, not only skill is what makes you win in series, but also health and longevity, stamina, and there wasn't enough gas in the tank at the end there. Injuries played a role for the Pacers' run to where they are now, and I just I won't jump ahead here, but I don't really think that they're the best team. I don't really think they're a great team at all. I think they're going to get rolled by the Boston Celtics. Sucks for the Knicks. I really do like the Knicks. I wanted to see them come out, but I think I've said it before in this pod previously that the Pacers would win. I did say I think 6 though, not 7, just because of the longevity and health, and it happened. So sucks for them though. But I don't know, boring. It sucks. It really is
Kind of
boring.
wish they were the new tomfoolery. Let's be honest.
Oh.
They were the new tomfoolery. Miami Heat tomfoolery. Yeah, the gas right now, that's for sure. I was really watching. I watched like the first half of the game, and I was like, everybody looks so dead. Like,
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Morale went in the tank when Jalen Brunson fractured his hand, and then
Yeah.
the Pacers won by 30. So
Yeah, brutal ending. Sucks though. Let me just talk about that I'll stay on the East here. So that means that the Pacers are going to be playing the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have now been done with the series for a while, fully rested, sipping on pina coladas. Kristaps is healing up, uh, and hopefully plays in the series.
apparently
But
he's still out.
regardless of him playing or
yeah,
not,
he
I just
is.
still think that
So,
they're still gonna beat him. But who knows, man? Also, Jason Tatum loves to play against the Pacers. He has legacy games, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers sweep him. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the Pacers.
Celtics sweep them.
Best case scenario for
Yeah.
my mind is that the Pacers give them a run for their money, tire them out, and that way whoever is on the West beats Boston. So let's talk about the West now. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the reigning champs, the Denver Nuggets, in a incredible series, probably one of the best series in the last decade.
Mhm.
That was pretty good.
I just love, man. I say the amount of Anthony Edwards glazing I do on this podcast is
But see,
insane.
Anthony Edwards had probably one of his worst games.
And they still got the job done.
In game
No, I
seven,
know, and I get he had like he was there, he was impactful, but like his numbers were not his best
so
game.
I'll talk about that game. For starters, they were doubling Ant every chance they got. They even off screens, they had whoever was on the screening defender drop onto Ant, and they didn't care, and it was working in the first 3 quarters because Ant he had like 6 assists, I think. I don't have the numbers right now, but he was distributing the ball, which is awesome. Because he had to. He probably should have had way more assists. Honestly, he could have had probably double digits assists. If we looked up like assist chances for him, I'm sure it's a lot. But the problem is he was getting doubled, which they knew was going to happen. And his teammates were just not making shots, and that sucked. It literally Rudy Gobert had the absolute stinker performance ever. Um, but they had resilience. The their core players came in clutch at the end. Jaden McDaniels. There's just like moments in the game that shifted momentum. Ant hitting a clutch three. Cat doing a putback dunk, shifts momentum. Huge blocks. Rudy Gobert doing that turnaround, dude. That's the kind of stuff that wins you the games though when it's nitty gritty. Um,
I mean, going on a
it,
17-1 run also will help you. So
yeah,
That's true.
it's just crazy because watching it up to the third, you're like, dang, this sucks, dude. Like, this really
I know
sucks. But they
I was
locked
actually
in.
about to turn it off. I was
Yeah,
like,
it
yeah,
sucked. But it was a great game. That's like all you could ask for in a game seven. Um,
Yeah, they now have the
and I
record for
just love,
most comeback points in a game.
yeah,
They're
I
down
just
by
love.
15.
half.
But
Yeah.
Yeah,
also, I just saw the stat line. It was like players with 25 plus points, 5 plus assists, 5 plus rebounds at the age of 22 or under, or whatever. And there's only 3 players, I think, and it's Ant, LeBron, and Kobe.
Yeah.
So that's super dope too. I just love Anthony Edwards. Like he literally, when they lost in game 5, he literally told the staff locker room at
see you in
Denver, "Well,
7.
I'll see." He said, I'll see you mother effers at game 7," and he goes back, which is crazy. And I just love at the end too, where he's like waving at the fans goodbye. And then
Mhm.
McDaniels is literally right there with the ball and throws it into the dude. The meme I saw
Try
was
to
like,
do like
bro,
he does like the bounce
McDaniels,
dunk.
yeah. I saw it was like McDaniel, or it was like Ant Edwards waving bye to the fans while McDaniels is over there trying to do a Mortal Kombat finisher. But it was awesome, dude. Like you can't ask for much there. And then on the other end, you have the another great series was OKC Thunder and Dallas Mavs.
Mhm.
Um, I I'm happy the Mavs won because I wanted them to win. I really didn't want that game to end on the free throw like that. It sucks. I don't think it was a foul. It's like,
It was
man,
such a it was so I literally said in the chat, I was like, wait, they called this? Like I mean I guess I get it. Like
yeah,
he just he
I don't know the rules that well, like as far as the chat, like the really detailed rules. But apparently it was a foul because had he didn't hit his hand at all, but had
wouldn't that
which
be an
it just
open play
doesn't
foul though?
it
Because he
doesn't
hasn't
make sense
released
to
it
me.
yet.
It doesn't make sense to me because they said had he already finished his motion and released the
Yeah.
ball, it wouldn't have
Uh-huh.
been a foul. But since he was still in his like shooting form at his like set point,
Hmm.
that it was a foul, I guess.
Yeah,
Which
but
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
thought
I
it was
don't
a
get it.
open. I thought it was an open play foul. Like, or were they in
I
the
don't know.
bonus or whatever?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
because there was 3
But
free throws, so it would have been when he was like if he's even like moving the ball upwards to shoot, it's technically a shooting foul nowadays. It's really
yeah,
soft.
Oh, okay.
they call it for everything. So sucks. But it was a good series, and you just got to be happy for Luca and Kyrie, and honestly, even the other players, PJ, Gafford, both players that got moves to the team, which have really improved them
Yeah.
drastically. And they're
Derek
doing what they're supposed
Lively.
to do. Yeah, even Derek Lively, dude.
Derek
Good
Lively
for
looks
honestly.
great.
He
No,
played a great
Derry
role.
Lively's good, bro.
He played a great role in this series as well. I love freaking Chet chasing him down. But it's gonna be a great West Conference final between two great teams with um I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think that the Timberwolves should win this game, but you never know. You just can never you can't doubt either team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you've seen
Yeah.
resilience on both ends, and it's so fun over here on the West, and then you look at the East and it's just boring because it's the freaking Celtics freaking free ticket to
Free
paradise.
tickets, Mickey
But yeah,
Mouse final.
would you guys got to say anything on those games?
Um, I don't know. I watched a decent amount. I can't say that I watched a lot of Mavs OKC, sadly, but I did watch a lot of Nuggets Denver, and I don't know. It was pretty good. Like the Wolves really impressed me with that game 7 win. Because I definitely, like I said earlier, it was like I definitely was gonna turn it off. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe you can give him a chance, you know, like give him the third quarter. If it's like 70 to like 55, like I'm turning it off fourth quarter, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they ended up coming back. I don't know how I don't know how Jokic and Jamal Murray feel because like they actually did their jobs for the most part.
Jokic should never be
Michael
shooting. Go ahead, good.
Michael never swing the rock Porter Jr., bro. Absolute
Yeah.
bust of a freaking oh
Well,
man.
see, he's not a buzz because like it's
No,
either
he
he's
did
the
he
poster child, either he's the
yeah.
poster child of a loss, or he's like the reason they won because he
Yeah.
can't
He's
miss.
just hot and cold.
Yeah.
I'm happy he
You,
did that against the Lakers.
yeah.
Yeah, but the Lakers are claiming Anthony Edwards now for their vengeance.
Hmm.
Oh, man. It's
Any
gonna
thoughts,
be a
Chris?
good it's gonna be a good Western Conference final.
Yeah.
I don't think that game 7, Jokic should never be shooting 11 3-pointers. That's not his game.
Was he
Like
like was he
Josh and I
like
were watching
two
this.
for 11 or
You think
something?
he was 1 for 11?
Or 1 for 11? Yeah.
Yeah, he
Cool,
was 0
dude.
for 8. He was 0
You're not Miles
for
Turner, bro.
he was 0 for 7, and he made one. And I was like, Josh and I were on chat together, and I was like, bro, he finally made a three. He's 1 for 8 now. Like that guy. I feel like every possession. I guess
He's
it's
two
just
for
credit
10.
2 for 10. It's just credit to the Wolves, I guess, that just their defense locked up every single possible outcome for Denver, and it just led to Jokic shooting more threes than he probably had the same amount of three shot as Michael Porter Jr. in that game. So
Porter Jr.,
credit to
by
the
the way, had
Wolves.
a 25% field goal percentage
Yeah, that's
and
embarrassing.
16% 3-point percentage.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. So shout out to the Wolves. They deserved it. Um, that's gonna be a heck of a series. Or not Thunder, Mavs, Wolves.
Hmm.
I wish I could say the same for the East. Maybe the Pacers make it interesting, but the Celtics have their best games against the Pacers every year, every game. And as we said before, Jason Tatum loves a good game against Indiana. So
Yeah.
his career high in scoring I think
It's
2 or 3 of his top 5 games are against Indiana. So
Let me pull him
um
up.
guy loves Indiana. But I think that's it. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting next couple weeks, see who gets what. So
Yeah.
you got anything else to add there,
No.
Josh?
I was just looking at his stuff against Indiana here. Um, actually,
Are they not as good as thought?
oh, sorry.
Is Jalen Brown better?
I was looking at like way later. Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. The first thing I looked at, it was like 2017. I don't know why it's ordered like that. Um, so his last game, he dropped 30 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 38, 13 and 6, 32, 12 and 6, 30, 12 and 4, 34, 7 and 2, 31, 12 and 7, 41, 5 and 4, 31. He scored nothing less than 30 points a game and averaged at least 5 and 5. So,
Yeah,
yikes.
he's averaging 32.5 points a game against Indiana. So
Yeah, that's rough.
I love it, man. We love a good Jason Tatum against Indiana. So all right, with that, we'll wrap it up. The basketball segment, we'll jump right into our main segment today. All right. I told you we'd have more Premier League content for you today, and we have one of the last things we'll do probably this into the summer before we talk transfers this summer and stuff for the Premier League. The season just ended, as we talked about. We're gonna go through each team and give them a grade, and a little quick one sentence blurb, no meaningless rambling about each
Mhm.
team. Unless it's your team, you can give like 2 sentences, but these other teams like Wolves and Fulham and Bournemouth, they only get like a sentence or so. So,
Okay.
we're gonna go in position order, so start from 1 and go down to 20. I figured I'd kick it off because Arsenal are second. So, we're each gonna do our own teams. So AJ will do Arsenal, Josh will do Chelsea, I'll do United, and then we'll just
Okay.
alternate through there.
Mhm.
So, we'll kick it off with Man City. Obviously it's an A plus. They won the league. It came down to the end, but they got the trophy they deserved, and now they get to go into the sunset. Hopefully, obviously we said they're the first 4-time champions, but they could be the first team to win back-to-back league doubles. So if Pep does that on Saturday, it's an A plus, for sure. But I think I'll just give them an A, just to
Okay.
finish it off for the season with an A.
Yeah, they get an A. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I
like
wouldn't.
they just do
Yeah.
the same thing. He's breaking Sir Alex. He's gonna break Sir Alex's
He's
most
not
of Sir
even
Alex's
close.
records. No, but I'm not in league titles or anything like that, but like just in general, like
Yeah, I was gonna
things
say
that they've
He
achieved.
wasn't
he's
yet
not even
though.
halfway.
No,
Or
He won
league
he fell
titles,
to
no.
Liverpool.
He's not gonna
Carabao.
stay around for a league title, for enough that league titles. I
Liverpool
don't
did.
think.
So, Josh, what do you give Man City for the year?
I'm at A minus. I don't think they get A plus just because they did lose champs. Like you want to win
That's
If you're a
true.
team of that caliber, you are expected to
You're the
like
you're the defending champs champ. You're the
yeah.
defending champs champ.
I give
So
them an A minus only because they didn't they I mean they won the league. Um they didn't blow out by winning the league though. It was a close race between them and Arsenal. Disappointing to lose against Real Madrid, but it's Real Madrid. You're the defending champs. Also, you didn't win your favorite cup to win, the Carabao, and um, they probably will win the FA. So if they don't win the FA, then definitely an A minus for sure. But I'll give them A
no
minus.
Yeah, for sure. AJ Arsenal.
B. I'm very tempted to give him a C, but a B. They're
Yeah.
just not good enough. I don't know. Like I just want more. I just need results. It's kind of getting bored. It's getting a little stale. And I said, and it's good that we're like, it's 2 points off, like that's okay. Like I can't like, you know what I mean? Like that is progress, no matter how much rival fans don't want to admit that it is, but like it's just like I just need to see something better. Like I
Yeah.
mean, I need to see a Premier League or a chance. If you know what, I wouldn't even care about winning the league. If I say this right now, if Mikel Arteta wins the Champions League, he will be one of the greatest Arsenal managers because we have not won anything in Europe ever. So if he wins the Champions League, that would be insane. So
Have they
that
not ever
that's
won a champs?
No,
no,
never.
dude. We've been to two
Never.
finals and lost both.
Nottingham Forest have won 2 Champions
Yeah,
Leagues, and Arsenal haven't.
and yeah,
So,
we have none. So
So,
what would you give Arsenal for the season, Josh?
um, I probably probably a flat B because um they have the team they have the team to be winning things, but it's like disappointing again. Once again, you have a disappointing season where you're not winning Champions League, you're losing to Bayern, which I think is a good team, but I think Arsenal's you're a better team. You're a better team that's
we were a
losing
better
a game.
team. Yeah, no, I know.
Um
Yeah,
you
that
you
that tough. That was a
lost
tough loss this year
you
too.
lost at Liverpool as well, and your chance for an FA Cup trophy, which
Hmm.
you are a better team than Liverpool too. Um, and you're not getting so you finished second place again, which is nice, but you're not winning what you should be winning, and you're losing games that you shouldn't be losing. So until they figure that out and mature more, but also like you have the
The
best
clock is
center
ticking.
you have the best
Yeah.
center back line, which that's okay because they're only going to get better. They're young, but then
Right.
everywhere else, you have Saka young, you have Kai Havertz, but other players aren't going to be there forever too. And I think it's just a flat B for that reason.
I'm with you. I'm gonna be more optimistic. I'm gonna give you a B plus. I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
a B plus. Look, man, like this is the closest you've been. Obviously, you didn't bottle the league this year. It wasn't possible technically.
No.
You were on top of the league the same amount of days as Man City. I looked it up. You're both on top of the league for 76 days apiece. Liverpool were on top, I think, for 81. But you like just a couple simple games that you slipped up on. Otherwise, it would have been a Premier League title for you. So I can't give you less than a B plus because you did better than 18 other teams. So
It's true. It's just
yeah.
it's getting tired.
For
Like
for
if
you for you obviously, but for for a neutral fan like dude,
I
there's so much
know.
positive. There's so much positive.
Uh,
Yeah.
live
So
with it.
Next.
that's fine. Liverpool, I'm gonna give them a B plus as well. For a team that was projected to finish sixth, seventh, eighth, this season in Klopp's last season to finish third. And they didn't make the shiny signings that everybody thought they would this season. And they've also had injury problems. I'll give him that. Give him a B plus. Klopp's last season. Goodbye, forever. Sayonara. Won't miss you.
I like Klopp. That's
But
lame.
I give them their flowers this season for doing what they did with not making crazy
What they
signings like
had.
everybody thought they would. Yeah, I'll give them a B plus as well.
Yeah. AJ.
Is it my turn? I give them. You know what? I'm gonna be a little bit. I'm gonna be a little bit harsher. They're still a B. They're also a B, just because like getting a trophy in Klopp's last season was probably really all they needed to do to make it feel a little better. But like, I feel like for a manager like him, I feel like there should have been a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like from
Yeah.
the players, from the club's point of view, like you just want to give him something a little bit better. Because I mean, let's be honest, like Liverpool before he got there was not that good. They had one
Yeah.
top four finish in like 20 years or like 15 years or something. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll give him a flat B. I thought third place finish, decent amount of injuries. You just want more. You just want more for last season of a legend manager.
Yeah, with you, Josh.
I'd probably give him a B minus as well. Just because they had title hopes and then let off the gas. Obviously, injuries play a role. You still finished third
Yeah,
Yeah,
in a
third.
very difficult league. But you really got there because of, to be honest, just one player carrying you the entire season for the most part, Mohamed
Yeah,
Salah.
Darwin Nunez.
yeah, Darwin.
No, not that. But I do give it to Klopp because he's playing with. I mean, I don't know though. He's playing with younger players, but he has veteran players on the team, and that plays a huge role.
Yeah.
But you tragically lost to Atlanta, like terrible, and you win a energy drink cup, and yeah, I mean it's kind of like Arsenal, but more so they at least got a trophy, but
Yeah,
you're also not on the level
but
of
like the
Arsenal and
trophy isn't
City.
like amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not thrilled with
So B
that being your only
minus.
thing.
Also, Klopp is leaving, so all the progress that he has made with these young guys and close attachments, who knows how it's going to reflect now. I hope Liverpool struggle, man. They deserve to struggle.
They probably will, and no offense to new man Arnie Slot, but
Yeah,
I mean, there's gonna be growing pains. Like
yeah,
it is a big club, like, and he's coming from whatever it's called, Eredivisie or whatever.
Yeah, the
So
Eredivisie, yeah. With you.
yeah,
All right, AJ, take us into Villa.
Villa, the A minus. Really good season from Villa. Like they didn't win any trophies, but like I mean, a Champions League spot for a club like Villa is impressive. Because I mean, when's the last time they were in champs? Like 50 years ago.
At
You know
least,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like
If they've ever been in it, yeah.
I think they have because they've won division titles or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, A minus. I think their players had some of their players had huge seasons. Ollie Watkins in particular were really good. So I don't know if they can keep it up though, but A minus for now.
Yeah, Josh, go ahead.
I'm gonna give them a B plus. They definitely outperformed what they were supposed to do. Very poor ending to the season, in my opinion. It
That's
caught up
true.
to
But
them.
to
Caught up to
be
them.
fair, like they weren't really playing. Like you know what I mean? Like
Hey,
they.
this is
Sorry,
my
I'm
turn,
just let.
brother.
I know.
You got your rating, I got mine.
Alright.
But I do think that it was a well done job. I think Ollie Watkins is a star. Obviously, he played a huge role in a lot of winning games for them. However, they have just like a good core amount of players to where even if they're not really performing too well, if they're playing against a mid-table team to lower table team, and even with big teams, sometimes individual performances get them that win. But I think towards the end of the season, with all the matches played, they just started to struggle. Um, However, it's insane. Aston Villa finished top four for the first time, and I don't even know. Who knows? First time ever, if it is that.
Yeah, they
It's
haven't been in the
And
Champions League since 1982.
yeah, so
okay. It wasn't
kudos to
50
them.
years, but it's pretty dang long.
Yeah, kudos to them. I thought it was a job well done, and they definitely were a difficult team to play as well. Um,
True.
but yeah,
I'll give him a B plus. Unai Emery did his job, spoiled Arsenal title hopes. You know he loves to do that.
Um,
I give him a B plus. They have a good. Yeah, I agree with what you guys saying. They have a good core. Ollie Watkins is probably their best player they've had it in their history,
mhm.
I'd say. Yeah, I just give them a B plus. Let's just see if they can keep this up in Champions League next season, adding extra time in games. And if they can keep players or buy some upper class players instead. And hopefully they keep going. They're annoying to play against, but they're a fun team at the same
Mhm.
time. All right, Spurs, Josh.
Spurs. Let's go B minus. Yeah, let's go B minus. Just because I think they started to combust at the end. Um, but it's another one of those teams where you have like individual great players that can win you games. But I also give them that benefit of the doubt because they lost Madison early on, and he was really good for them. But I like a lot of the younger guys on their team. I like Van de Ven. I like Pedro. I don't even know if he's young or not, but I like Son. Obviously, Brennan Johnson coming into the team, and obviously matters. So I think they did exactly what they needed to do. Obviously, you want to finish in a European spot. You know you're not good enough to win the title, but you did what you're supposed to do as a team. B minus because you want to try to win a trophy. Who'd they lose to for FA?
I
Do we
think
know?
Fulham. I think Fulham.
Yeah.
Fulham
So
on pens.
Yeah,
at the
that
end of
sounds
the day,
about right.
you're still Spurs. You still do what Arsenal do, but better as far as bottling.
It's true.
So that's my score.
All right, AJ.
I think Josh is a little too kind. I'll give him C plus. They definitely had a fourth. They had a fourth place like lined up. Like they had a really good start to the season. They kind of fell apart. They fell off the rails. I'll give him a little credit because first year manager. I think he did a really good job. First
Yeah.
year in the Premier League. And Big Ange. I know you guys don't really like him, but I think he's pretty
No, I
decent.
like him.
So,
C, would
um,
you say?
what's that?
What'd you give him?
C
C
plus.
plus.
C plus.
C plus.
Is there no
Yeah, they
Arsenal
got it.
bias in there?
No. I
They've
just
accomplished the
they
same
had
amount
the
of stuff
chance
you guys did too.
they had the chance to go fourth. Yeah, I know. Gave ourselves a B.
Let
Like,
me drop my Arsenal rating a little bit.
yeah, all right.
All right. Sorry, go ahead,
Uh,
Chris. Oh, go ahead. You're not done.
yeah, yeah. I think they finished well where they needed to. I think Europa's good, probably good for Ange as well. Just like it's competitive, but not a champs competitive. So
Right. Yeah.
I
I
think
honestly,
that'd be
maybe
all
you
right.
are right with that C plus because we almost draw. If they lost to Sheffield, we would have passed them. which is
Yeah.
embarrassing.
True. True.
So,
I'm with AJ. I'll give him a C plus. I don't have much to say about Spurs. I don't know much. Like, I don't care about them as much. So kudos to them for kudos to Ange, man. I'm not the biggest fan of him. Because there's no tactical fluency. Granted, not many managers have different are fluent in different things. So I'll give him
But he's
I'll
got a
give him
high
his
line, Chris.
I'll give him his credit for sticking to his high line even when it was shambolic. Like especially the game against Chelsea, the fact that they played a high line with 9 men, like that's shambolic, bro. But no
I
manager
forgot
does it
about that game, bro.
against that guy.
I
Like
forgot about that game.
he's the only guy that'll do that. So I'll give him his props there. But yeah, man, they sold the bag pretty hard. They lost 5 of their last 7 games in the Premier League, so they honestly should get a lower grade, but C plus is good enough for me. Josh Chelsea, give us your honest.
I give us a B minus. I give us a B minus because we extremely underachieved yet kind of overachieved. It's weird. It's like a weird feeling. I give us a lot of grace because we obviously had a insane amount of injuries, um, which isn't easy, as well as having a manager for like a first season manager on top of it. Like we're just Potts coming into this is like a freaking dumpster fire. So there's a lot of like there's a lot of stuff that isn't just surface level things. We Had we finished in 10th place, I would have absolutely tanked us. But I'll give us a B minus because we we there was a point in the season where I was like, I don't even think we're improving. And then as it went farther in, you clearly can see progress. We also did compete in. We didn't win anything, but we did put our punches in. We competed in a cup final, and then we didn't get to the FA Cup final. But I mean, we lost to the freaking Prem winners. So um, I give us props for trying our best. I give props to Pochettino for working what he had because it was crazy. Like the numbers is far above anyone else as far as injury goes.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to us. And I think we're still the youngest team in the Prem, so there's a lot of growth there. Wish we had finished in a top 4 spot, obviously. Which looking at it, we were so close. We had stinker performances, but it's expected with a new manager, extreme injuries with a young core, and especially when our captains are not even playing or our veterans aren't even on the field leading our young guys. So to grind it out at the end of the season and finish in a European spot and attain that, it's huge. So I'll give us a B minus.
Yeah, AG.
Yeah, that's the grade I was gonna give him. I was gonna give him B minus. I think they actually really overachieved, especially from where they were last season. Yeah, you competed for I would say an FA and a Carabao, like made the final loss, but made a semi of an FA and lost, but to possibly the eventual winner. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I think the kids are all right. I think Poch in his first season also did okay for all the ups and downs that there are. I mean, you're interested to see how they do next season. You know what I mean? Like, so there's hope, I would say,
Yeah,
in
I
Chelsea.
do.
Yeah, like at the end of last season it was kind of like, oh, will they
Yeah.
finish 10th
Just
again?
yeah,
You know?
it's more so like just let the season end, bro.
Yeah.
Not to mention we
So
had the young player of the season.
yeah. So
Please,
yeah,
so
B
we'll take it.
minus. I'm interested to see what they do next season. We'll see if they can elevate the play even higher.
Yeah. I'll give him a B minus as well. You did everything. You didn't do what you're supposed to in the beginning of the year, but adversity didn't triumph. So, and now you're back in Europe where the owners want you to be, and you got where you're supposed to be. So obviously there was a lot of mishaps and falls and slips and trips and dive back down. Like at some point, I'm pretty sure you were in like 14th place. So to end up in sixth, like kudos to you guys. Kudos to Potts for sticking it out, dude. To besides like the hate from the fans he got all season. So kudos to him for sticking it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right, it's up to Newcastle. I'm gonna give Newcastle a C. I don't know, man. They were in Champions League for the first time. They got knocked out in the group stage.
They had the group of death.
Yeah, but for having oil money, they should be doing like they have not capitalized on using their oil money. Like a certain
Well,
another club
can
has.
either, though.
well, one of their signings got banned for an entire season, so
And
there's
that's his own fault for gambling on his own team. So I'll give him a C. I don't think Eddie Howe did a great job with his team this season.
Yeah.
Obviously they can improve because they have the money they can spend whatever the frick they want nowadays. So, you have enough oil lawyers, you don't have to worry about charges apparently. So, I'll give him a C for the season.
I give him
C. Oh, go ahead,
I'll
Josh.
just go quick. It's not too much.
All
I
right.
just
Yeah, I
give him
know.
a C. I give him a C minus. You drop out of Europe, not a good look for you. Chelsea finished on top of you, and you did compete in champs, which is nice, but you should be doing better. So C minus.
I'll give them flat. I'll give them flat C. And they had some decent injuries, but yeah, they should be doing a little bit better. They should at least made a Europa League. I think they should have gone third place in their group.
They
But,
should have done.
yeah,
They should have
C.
done better when getting knocked out of all the cup competitions.
That too.
Essentially,
That too.
so, cool. United, I'm giving us a D. Could be lower. Definitely, probably could be a lot lower. I've seen a lot of outlets give us like D minuses and Fs, and it's rightfully deserved. Not a good season at all in any aspect. I can't really say there's a lot of hope for the future because we have a lot of aging players, and a lot of big salaries. So there's a lot of work to be done. But based on this season alone, we had a lot of bright spots. We also had a lot of really, really dark spots. And those dark spots outweigh the bright spots at this rate in the season. So us knocking Liverpool out of the FA Cup was great, but then losing 4-0 to Crystal Palace takes us right back down. So I'm gonna give us a D. I think Eric gets time, hopefully, under this new regime, but we don't deserve anything higher than we don't deserve a passing grade technically. So I'll leave it at that.
AJ.
Yeah, y'all get a D plus from me. The most inconsistent team I've ever seen in my life.
It's true.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it. It's kind of they'll get like the biggest pull out of their ass performance, and then the next week there's no form. It was just like do well, then do bad, then do well, then do bad. I don't know. They're very up and down. I think Eric will obviously probably get next season, but I think he'll be on a very, very short leash.
Yeah.
If he does not get results early.
Yeah. Man, it sucks for them, dude. I'll probably go D minus if they win the FA Cup, but probably like an F plus if they don't, because they also like I don't know, they get some grace though because they also have had injuries as well. But in my eyes, though, you're looking at like Chelsea also had injuries, and it's like a very similar situation. But Ten Hag has been there longer than Pochettino, and you have those. It's just like poor decisions as well. Like you have some young stars, but you have old guys that are making way too much money. So you look to the next season, and it's like, what do? You have to sell players. It's just a big mess. Um, you didn't get Europe unless you win that. That's why I say like if they can get the FA Cup win and get
It'll be a
Europe,
D
then
plus.
that's a bright spot
Yeah.
because you did underachieve drastically.
From last season, like this season, from this season to last season, it's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like I thought they were going to be
It's
fine.
just like you also though like injuries. Like I said, like I literally, me and Chris know the pain of injuries. Like I know the pain of injuries, but as Ten Hag you need to do something better, because I don't want to like compare too much, but like if Chelsea can finish in that spot, you can too. You had stinker games that you shouldn't be losing as well. But
100%.
there's grace because you do have injuries. However, it's more so like, is it going to get better next season? I don't know, man. um, it's just tough. F plus might be too harsh. I'd probably say D minus.
My
Um,
my only defense before we move on to West Ham is there's just obviously inconsistency, injury. But when we have 99%, 90% of our injuries are in the same positions. Like we had 30, I think it was like 33 different back four pairings this season. You can't do anything. And it's like obviously Onana had a terrible Champions League. He had a pretty good Premier League, but there's no stability in the back. And then
yeah,
you bring in like this 20-year-old striker who, yes, he scored 10 goals on the season. Great. But homie, bro, like I feel so bad for the guy sometimes. Like inconsistent service, like he looks off the pace half the time. He doesn't know whether he's a target forward or a in behind forward. And you got off the field garbage. Like we had the whole Sancho thing this season. Like it felt like it literally just felt like there was a giant pile of cow poop just
yeah.
over this
It
season.
sucks
And
because you like, I don't know, it like I said, it like we'll see what happens in the FA Cup, but it sucks because if you lose the FA Cup, it's different because Chelsea end the season and you are excited, like you have hope. You
mhm,
end the season as a United fan, you lose the FA Cup, you don't get Europe. The team is a mess. The locker room probably isn't the best because obviously players are upset. You're frustrated that you finished in that spot.
mhm.
Obviously, your manager is getting so much criticism from your own outlets, but also other media. So it's just like you have a giant spotlight on you, and you feel the heat, and it's
We're
like
Manchester United, man. The spotlight never gets turned off.
the Devils.
So enough about us. West Ham. I'm just gonna give them a C, almost a C plus. They did decently replacing Declan Rice, losing your best player in the summer. Did everything they could to replace him. Kudus coming in as their best player in a long time, attacking wise. Obviously, Declan's their best player, one of their best players of all time. But Kudus coming in is great. David Moyes sucks though. I'm sure they're so glad he's leaving. So they don't get into the B's, even though they finish in ninth place. But I'll give him a C.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I give him a C plus, but then that goes down to a C because their manager is David Moyes, and I like Ward Prowse and Paqueta, and I like Kudus. So I'll give you a C for that reason. But you did exactly what you're supposed to do as West Ham, so just average.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd give him a flat C. Decent Europa campaign, decent league campaign. David Moyes is gone. Apparently, they're replacing him with a Lopetegui, but I don't know how that's going to help them. So, good luck, West Ham fans.
True. All right, Crystal
Crystal
Palace,
Palace.
AJ, your former love.
Formula One, they B minus, B minus.
Okay.
I think, I think towards the end of the season, I think towards the end of the season they got really hot, and I think their manager, the new manager that they appointed after they finally, let go of Roy Hodgson for
Yeah.
the fifth time. Uh, I think he really has him clicking, and he really has. They have young talent that hopefully stays there for this upcoming season. Maybe not,
Yeah. Yeah.
obviously, but like two, at least Mateta and Eze will be there, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
So, but I think if you're a Crystal Palace fan, you could possibly hope for better a better chance in domestic cup competitions and maybe
Okay.
better league play.
Yeah.
Top four, I don't
Look.
know, but like,
It's Crystal Palace.
yeah, like they're doing
You
what they're
know,
supposed to
you
do.
you you
Again,
get it.
This is their best
C.
finish in a long in
You get a
yeah,
years.
C plus. You started getting results because your good players are healthy. Like
yeah.
that's it. C plus. Move on. Go ahead, Chris.
Crazy. I'm actually really optimistic about Crystal Palace. I'm giving them I would have given them a D if Corey Hutchins stayed the whole season. But under Glasner, I give them a B plus. They actually play some of the most attractive football in the league now under this guy. And the fact that Crystal Palace, who were a notorious anywhere between 13th and 17th place team every year. Got a Europa League winning manager to come and join them and turn down Bayern Munich in the process of being their manager. Like, I don't know, man. They're playing really good football. Obviously, yes, getting your best players back helps. Trust me, I know. And Chelsea obviously knows getting your best players back is huge. But
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what he can do when Olise obviously leaves this summer. I don't think Eze goes anywhere. Mateta is definitely not going anywhere.
Tyreek Mitchell.
And finishing 10th for them is huge because they'll get some money to spend this summer. But under Glasner, man, they're such a fun
Yep.
team to watch.
Good.
Brighton.
Brighton, I go first.
Go ahead.
Brighton get a D minus.
D minus.
Heck yeah.
Brighton
B minus?
suck.
No, he's
Oh,
a
D
minus.
minus. Okay, yeah. No, I said.
He
All
has
right,
a
that's what
drop.
I said.
we're all in agreement. D minus.
D minus, everybody. Let's just say D minus and move on. You
They were
finally
them.
got to play in Europe.
Get
You sucked.
Good riddance.
Goodbye,
You
Deservee.
combusted.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Next team.
Bournemouth. I'll give him an A. I will. I really give him an A. They finished their
Give 'em
best
an
point.
A?
I'll give him
I
an A.
like them.
They finished with their best point total ever with a manager, a brand new fresh Premier League manager, and it's not like they bought anybody crazy. Like
Yeah.
the guy they bought is Justin Kluivert, bro, who literally is a
I was
bust.
gonna give him
Like he
I was
literally,
gonna give him B plus.
I give him a dude. I just, man,
I
they're so
say
hard to root against,
collectively-
even though
I-
they
I say
thrash us every
collectively,
time.
I say they're between a B plus and an A because
Yeah.
you're
So an A
Bournemouth
minus.
and you're doing what you're doing. You're overachieving.
Yes,
You're
they definitely
overachieving as Bournemouth.
overachieved.
You don't have any star players on your team.
I give
And
Solanke.
I'm intrigued to see how they do next season because Solanke is already rumored to leave. So if
You
Solanke
really?
does leave, I'm interested to see how they
you
finish.
you did what you're supposed to do, but better as Bournemouth. That's all we have to say. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Fulham. I'll give him a C
Um,
plus.
You just again, yeah. You just give them
C
a
plus.
anywhere in the C range.
good
you give them
season.
because-
They survived. They played
Exactly.
well. There you go.
Exactly.
All right. Wolves, I'm giving them a D.
Yeah,
D
I
minus
agree.
probably. I
Even
don't
Wolves
think
a D.
I think they had a terrible season. I think they're
I'm
just a
giving
bunch
Wolves a
of
C. I think they had basically like a freaking like a string squad, bro.
I don't care about that. They
You play
didn't
boring
have
football.
it as bad.
You
Yeah,
play boring
dude,
football and you
yeah, they're
suck.
so bad. They're
But I like
just
Gary
they're
O'Neill.
frustrating to watch. They're like they
B
don't have
plus.
any joy when you watch them play the game. If Pedro Neto's not on the field, they look like they're a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off, man. Like it's
I don't know.
embarrassing.
I give him a C
Embarrassing.
minus. I give him a C minus.
Nah,
Okay,
embarrassing.
that's fine. Everton.
Everton.
I give
I give him
Everton.
I give him an A minus.
I'm with
I
you.
give
Yeah.
Everton an S plus for survival. You get dropped. You get 8 points taken away from
Yeah,
you.
I was gonna say you
don't
get
get
the points
relegated.
deducted.
And honestly, you're not a terrible team. You're just Everton.
They've just been through hell and back with their ownership over the last couple of years.
Right.
And the fact that they're getting 8 points deducted and still not going down. Mad credit to Sean Dyche, bro. Underrated manager this season.
And a Derby win, which they hadn't done in like
Yeah, they ruined Liverpool's
15
chances.
years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So shout out to Everton for that. I think we'll give them a collective anywhere between B plus and A minus and
Yeah,
A.
that's fine. Brentford.
Brentford.
Honestly,
I don't know how to rate Brentford, bro. I really don't.
I get
C
compared to last
minus.
season.
C minus.
Where'd they finish last
D
season?
plus.
They
It's
finished
close.
way higher. I don't know where to rate them right now because they lost. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name now. Brian and
Tony?
Burmo. No,
Oh.
Brian and Burmo was carrying them for the first few weeks. Then he had a really bad injury. Ivan
You
Tony
also
well
didn't
knew
have
he was going to
Tony.
be gone. Ivan Tony out for 8 months. Like you lose Tony, you lose in Burmo. Like you're stuck with Neil freaking Maupay up top, bro. That guy
Oh no,
belongs like
Johan
a janitor in a school. So I don't know, man. It's hard for me to rate Brentford when you don't have your most influential sometimes players.
Yeah, but
for a
you rate
mid-table
them-
club.
You rate them on where they are, and
Yeah,
they're
give 'em a D
almost in
then.
relegation, so you get a D because last season you had a great team, but it is what it
Yeah.
is, you know.
Yeah, I'm giving Forest an
Forest
F. I don't
an
care.
A. I'm giving Forest an A plus, bro, because they were deducted 4 points and they still scraped by on relegation.
And they survived, yeah.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
But
So
they
they're in
get
a different
negative
position.
negative 99 aura points because they
Chris
complain
isn't
about the
allowed,
ref.
dude. Chris can suck it, dude. He's giving them that because Anthony Alinga is absolutely frying for them,
Has
bro.
nothing to do with Anthony
No,
Alinga.
did you hear me?
No,
I was like negative 10 points for crying about the refs though.
not yet.
They're
Honestly,
like
if
they're
you're
like another
forced,
Wolves for me, man.
if you're forced, you get a D plus. You
Yeah.
got deducted points and you still didn't get relegated, so good for you, I
That's
guess.
why they
Yeah, I
get
was
the
gonna
that's why they
say
get the upgrade.
you give them the credit.
Yeah,
Here
but
we
dude,
go.
hiring Newton is
With
just
all
not
these
great, and
sucky teams at the
they
end
just
here.
they're just rough. I'm giving
Luton.
Luton a B minus, bro, a C plus maybe. I'd give him a C plus. Dude, for what they have, for what they
It doesn't
did,
matter for what they have. You get relegated anyways. You
I'm
don't
hey,
get a
I was
C
gonna
for
say
getting
yeah,
relegated.
they should have finished 20th. They should have finished 20th this season.
What
They really
is
should
that,
have.
bro? Good job. You died, but you died a little less worse.
Look, man, look, you're asking me to give a rating?
you drowned instead of getting shot
What did you
like
give him?
40 times.
A C or a C plus?
A C
For
plus.
what do
They
you
get a
want?
they get a
Like
they get
they
a
were
D.
they were
They get a
projected to
flat
finish they were
D.
projected to finish with like 15 points this season or
No,
10 points.
no.
I have to give
This
them
is
They get a
credit for
flat
what
D.
they've done
here.
this season.
Here, let me give you the final rankings for Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield. Luton get a D plus. Burnley get a D. You know what? No. Luton get an F plus. Burnley get a flat F, and Sheffield get an F minus. There's your ending, bro.
Dude, Sheffield got F minus. They were garbage.
No, you know what? Luton, everyone knew you were going to get relegated, and everyone expected you to get relegated in 20th. So I understand why
I would
Chris is
say
saying C plus, but you don't get a C plus for getting relegated. I'm sorry.
I would say Luton and Burnley gave teams some good matches, but yeah, like
Yeah.
they get like a D minus, and then
Also,
Sheffield
Luton
got F
started off
minus,
decent,
bro.
but they did not finish. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at their record. It's just terrible. Back half of the season, they just sucked so bad. Yeah, no, nothing more to say there. Truly. Yeah.
There's your rankings.
There's your rankings.
Take
I
them
think we did a
very
decent job on
seriously.
those. Decent job on those, brother. Except for giving Lewin a C plus there.
Call it what you will, brother. Call it what you will. All right, that's gonna wrap up our rankings. That's gonna wrap up our episode. Drop a like and
Hey.
subscribe.
Hey,
Hey,
like the
no.
video.
Hey,
like the video for a Manchester United. I'm trying to support your club. Like the video for a Manchester United W in the FA Cup final. Like the video and dislike the video if you want Chelsea to win. Here we go. Here we go.
We're gonna get 25 dislikes
Like,
now. Thanks so
dislike
much.
the video if you're gonna put betting odds on Chelsea winning the Premier League title next season.
Hey, has anyone checked the money line for this United game?
We're definitely low.
I just
I'll pull
want
it
to
up
see
real
out
quick.
of
I'll pull it up
curiosity.
real quick.
I would put $10. I would put $10 on United.
Josh, why don't you wrap us up and I'll pull up the odds real quick.
All right, guys. This is Josh Johnson with the ZBK podcast. Here with my co-host. We're all co-hosts here. Chris Wilson, AJ, Augustus James Capelli, and me, Josh. Thank you guys for watching. Chris is going to tell us the odds real quick, and then I'm going to put my palm on the screen, and we're going to be done.
$25 wins you $187.50. They're plus 650 to win.
It'll feed families. Thank you guys for watching.